This isn't going to taste good. Oh, I was just... welcome back to FRAG-MENTAL. In this video, I thought I'd dress up quite smart because it's the first time I'm reviewing a creation from a fellow content creator. Stay tuned to FM. In this video, I'm sharing my thoughts on fragrance 1, 2 and 3 from fellow YouTube fragrance content creator Naz. Naz has a great channel called Toiletterien. I've been following it for some time now. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. Actually, Naz featured in a recent video that I put together. It was a UK Christmas collaboration video. He was Arab Santa in that one, so he's got a great channel. He's also made a video himself about these 3 fragrances that he's created. I would urge you to watch his video because the passion and commitment that comes across in that is well worth seeing if you're considering any of these. So I've really enjoyed testing and trying all 3 of these fragrances, and I'm going to tell you about each one in a little bit more detail. Naz's little perfume brand is called Scents of Persia, and each of them come in these 15ml bottles. They are pure parfum, and he's done them at a 60% concentration, so these are strong oils and all natural as well. The first one is called Persian King. I'll just read you the notes. So in this we have orange blossom, petitgrain, pomegranate blossom, mint, rose, jasmine, pistachio nuts, cashews, amber and patchouli, cedarwood, musk and sandalwood. According to Naz, this is designed to recreate the magical, mystical and opulent aroma of Persian kings, and it does do that. You can imagine royalty wearing this. It smells regal, it smells expensive. Prominent notes to me in this one are orange blossom, jasmine, musks and sandalwood. I feel like it's quite sandalwood heavy. It's got like a smoothness and a creaminess to it. It's also a little bit woody, a bit fruity, some florals in there as well. I really enjoyed wearing this. The first spray I put it on, I wasn't quite sure because it's a different smell to the modern perfumes that we're used to smelling these days. But as I wore it, after about half an hour, it started to settle down. I started to really enjoy it. And then I wore it on a second day and I enjoyed it even more because I was a little bit more familiar with the scent. And I wore it on a third day. And each wearing, you become a little bit more accustomed to the fact that it's a little bit different. It's older, kind of ancient perfumery, really, if you like. And the fact that they're all natural just lends a real richness and full-bodiedness to this fragrance. So if you do end up buying any of these, I would just say give them 2 or 3 wearings before you make up your mind because, like I say, it is a little bit different. There's a good depth to this, it's got bags of character, it has boldness and confidence, but it's not in any way challenging to wear in my opinion. I found it really easy to wear this and it created a very pleasant aroma around me. It smells more expensive than it is. It smells like a really expensive niche perfume, so you're getting good value for this. I'll go into the price of all these fragrances at the end of the video, but I really enjoyed Persian King. The next one is called Persian Garden. This is an Oriental fougere and it's the recreation of a lush green floral Persian garden. The notes in this one are citruses, jasmine, rose, lotus, lily, vetiver, gardenia, cinnamon, birch, cedar, rosewood, green notes, woody notes, spicy notes, herbal notes and floral notes, and I believe that these are just the main notes. I think there's around about 50 ingredients in each of these fragrances according to Naz. So this one is an elegant, piney citrus scent. It smells green, it smells fresh, a little bit soapy as well, but that soapy smell is just mainly when you're really up close to skin. The general aroma that it creates around you is less soapy. And the greenness in here isn't a sharp greenness like sometimes you can find in green fragrances, and I'm not a fan of fragrances that are too green. It's not an accord that really appeals to me as much as other accords. So this is smooth, it's sweet, and it actually reminds me of how a green fruit pastel tastes. So fruit pastels are a sweet or a candy that we have here in the UK, and the green ones they're coated in sugar and they taste a little bit limey and sweet, and I kind of get a little bit of that from this. That's just what it reminds me of anyway. Persian Garden is pretty versatile, but I think because of its easygoing nature and its clean freshness, it could work well as an office scent. It's certainly going to be cheaper than a lot of other office scents on the market today, and maybe even some that are about to hit the market sometime soon. If you like your scents to be a little bit soapy, green, fresh, then Persian Garden might be for you. Naz's third creation is called Persian Desert. It's an oriental spicy. I'll read the notes for you. Coriander, cumin, saffron, cardamom, red rose, white jasmine, opium poppy, orchids, patchouli, frankincense, myrrh, desert woods and cypress. So this is, again, a little green, a little spicy. It's got a nice crisp sharpness to it. The florals in here does have some jasmine, and sometimes jasmine fragrances can come off a little creamy. I really enjoy that. I love the kind of creaminess that you get from white florals sometimes, but this fragrance doesn't have that, even though jasmine is in. I wouldn't describe this one as creamy. Kind of reminds me of like an old school classic cologne. Something like maybe Acqua di Parma's Colonia or Dior's Eau Sauvage. It doesn't have the citruses that those scents do, and it doesn't smell exactly the same, but it kind of fits into the same genre. So if you like those fragrances and you like the kind of clean, masculine freshness that they have, then you might like Persian Desert. Again, I first sprayed this one on and I thought it wasn't going to be for me, but after half an hour it settled and I just had this really nice aroma surrounding me. I was really enjoying the scent bubble that I had, and I wasn't thinking that anyone around me would be wondering what weird fragrance I was wearing. It just smelt really pleasant, and I think it was definitely one that I was happy to wear out in public. I know that Naz says these fragrances are going to be a little bit different to modern perfumes. It might take a bit of getting used to. But I really enjoyed wearing it. I didn't have a problem with it at all. I didn't feel weird wearing this ancient perfumery. So I really enjoyed this. I liked it equally as much as Persian King. Those two were joint favourites for me, and I really did enjoy Persian Garden as well, but the kind of green soapy scents aren't quite as much for me as the other two. So Persian Desert, Persian King were my favourites. Considering these are all natural oils, the performance is really good. I got 2 hours of projection and then it lasted on my skin for around about 7 hours. So when there aren't any synthetics there to boost longevity, then natural fragrances I don't think are going to last quite as long. They're not beast mode. When you first spray them on, you do get a lovely strong aroma, but in terms of them lasting 10 hours plus, they're going to just kind of fizzle out a bit before that. But I was really happy with the performance I got from them, and I just love that natural feel you get. Let's talk about the presentation, and it is basic. Naz is obviously launching these with limited funds. He's just a one-man team as far as I know. There isn't $1 million Kickstarter involved here. It's just one man sharing his passion for Persian perfumery. You'll get them in a 15ml bottle. It's just a stock bottle as far as I can tell, and they'll come in a nice little velvet style pouch, but you're not buying into the presentation when you're buying this fragrance. You're buying into the scent itself. You're buying into this kind of ancient Persian perfumery, which I think is really beautiful, really elegant, and definitely worth checking out. Okay, let's talk about the price. I can't put it off any longer. If you want to buy any of these, each 15ml bottle is going to set you back 1,500 pennies. Some people like to call it 15 quid. You can buy them on Naz's eBay shop. I'll leave a link to his shop down below, and I'll try and do separate links for each of the fragrances. So if you feel like you want to check them out, £15 for 15ml of pure perfume oil I think is pretty good value. They're limited in quantity. As I said, Naz wasn't going to release these to sell to people. He was just making them up personally for him. So I think he said there's around about 100 bottles of each of the three fragrances. So if you feel like you want to check these out, then don't hang around because they might go quickly, and I don't think he'll be able to recreate the same formula exactly again. So if you want the formulation of these fragrances and you want to support someone who is just passionate about fragrances, about perfume, about his culture and his heritage, then it's going to cost you just £15 per bottle. Okay, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed showing some support to my fellow content creator. I'd love for you guys to try some of these fragrances and let me know your opinions. So if you do, if you buy any of them off eBay, leave some comments down below and let me know what you think of them. So once again, please check out Naz's YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. I'll also link to the video that he's made about these three fragrances, and I do recommend that you watch it because you will see all the hard work and all the passion and commitment that's gone into creating these three fragrances. Thank you for watching, everybody, and remember, keep tuning into FM and keep smelling good. No, I'm not doing that again. I should have a mint instead.